Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of PKBinspire. So it's 2023 and some of you are considering trying to start your own YouTube channel or some form of content creating platform to share your ideas and your passion with the rest of the world. Like most of you, I also started this journey of creating content on YouTube just 2 years ago. So I'm still young and I'm still learning a lot of the tricks that comes with this whole journey. 2 years ago when I started this YouTube channel, I knew nothing about video editing or production. I had no idea what it meant to have good lighting or to even kind of work on the sound quality and all that. I had zero idea of what it meant to be a content creator. Fortunately, I decided to kind of put myself to this task of learning as much as I can and to be able to improve with each video. One of the key things that I learned was that the first 100 videos on your YouTube channel is just for learning, and you shouldn't pay so much attention to the number of views or likes and so forth. So I'd like to share with you the 3 key principles that can help you in your journey or your decision to be a content creator on YouTube. Number 1 thing that I've learned so far is that always begin with what you have at hand. The whole idea of getting a fancy camera or a fancy microphone to kind of create your content is nice, and theoretically it sounds good, but the most important thing is to start with what you have. By that I mean start with your smartphone if you can. And when I started 2 years ago, I actually started streaming with my smartphone. What I did was I had this very tiny ring light and a tripod, and I had this old phone. This is the Samsung Galaxy. I think this is the S10 Plus or something. It came out about 4 years ago. And so I'll set up this phone on the tripod with a tiny ring light, and I was doing these weekly interviews where I was kind of interviewing young people who are creating impact across the world. And that is how my passion and confidence was built, with time. What I was fortunate to have at hand, apart from my smartphone, was that my wife had this old Canon 700D, and so I had a way to hijack it from her, and then this camera came out about 14 years ago or 13 years ago, and that is the same camera I'm using currently to record this video. I just set it up and then I recorded my first video. It was really bad. I mean, I did not know what to do with the sound. I decided to, do the editing myself and all that. So it was very amateurish at the beginning, but again, the whole idea is to start with what you have and take that first step. The number 2 principle is to work on your sound. And this is so crucial. And the reason why this is for me the most important thing is that a lot of times when people are starting out on YouTube, the whole focus is on the picture quality, how crisp or, how cinematic the video looks. But I found out later that your sound forms about 50% of your video. I want you to invest into a good microphone and also invest into what it takes to actually get good sound. If it requires you treating your room with some form of soundproofing panels, you have to do so. So at the beginning, what I did was whenever I recorded a video, I initially got the Rode Wireless Go. I'll just record, and put it into Premiere Pro. And I did not do anything to the sound because I actually did not know how to edit the sound. So I just recorded and then did my jump cuts and all that in the video. And the audio was just like the raw audio I was recording from Rode Wireless Go. And the sound was not the best because sometimes there'll be cars passing around or there'll be some noise from the chair or whatever it is. And the microphone will pick all that up and, would create some distortions in my audio. So invest in sound. And by sound, I don't just mean the hardware. What I mean is also learning how to treat your sound in post-production. So currently what I'm able to do in Premiere Pro is I'm able to add a bit of compression, some parametric equalizers here and there, denoising, de-esser, and all that. And that kind of gives a fuller sound when you watch this video on YouTube. Number 3 principle is lighting. Lighting is absolutely crucial. Remember, I said earlier that sound forms 50% of your video, and so does the picture quality. And so by picture quality, what I mean is learning what to do with light and the fact that lighting is absolutely crucial. Yes, the camera is important, the hardware, the fancy hardware is important, but the lighting is crucial. So initially I was using a tiny ring light, and then I got some other lights on Amazon when I began to learn about the 3-point lighting system, where you have your key light, you have your fill light, and then you have some practicals or background light. So this is the very simple setup that I learned from other creators on YouTube. The bonus principle here is that invest in some form of post-production or video editing skill. I decided to go with the Adobe Premiere Pro. I mean, that's a paid subscription software, but there are other softwares you can use like CapCut. I mean, CapCut has now the desktop version in addition to the mobile version. So that should be easy for you. And then also another free software you can use is DaVinci Resolve. Other creators also use Final Cut Pro. Now, the reason why I decided to add this as a bonus tip is that when you capture the video and the audio during the shooting, like I'm doing now, at the end of the day, you need to kind of do some embellishment. Sometimes you would want to do some color correction or color grading, to give it that kind of creative feel, to add your creative touch to the video that you have created. Sometimes you would want to also add some text and some, B-rolls, or adding some additional videos or short clips into the talking head video that you have. You don't have to, let's say, be like a professional video editor. In all these principles that I've shared with you, you would realize that as a creator, you are always struggling to come up with ideas for videos that would be a good hook for your viewers. And I think for me, that is what the journey really entails. Your ability to identify a topic or an area that is of interest to your audience that would be able to attract people to your channel. Just keep creating the videos. Some videos will be a hit, others will be a miss. But whatever the case is, there's always a learning at the end of the day. So thank you for joining me on this video, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.